Hello friends and collectors, and welcome back to unboxingcollectibles.tv. And today I'm not actually going to unbox anything. In fact, what I'm going to do is show you how to repair and prevent battery corrosion. Yes, battery corrosion. Every collector fears this. When they get their toy or their collectible and they try to turn it on, it doesn't work. First thing you do, you open up the battery compartment to find sometimes either the battery is just dead or corroded. Now, battery corrosion is caused by a lot of things, or a combination of things, I should say. Oxygen, unlike materials like copper versus nickel, and of course moisture and heat and cold. Now, I don't actually have a collectible that is corroded. However, I did find this 3D viewer that I dug out of a storage unit that I've had for many years, and you can see easily that there is corrosion right here. You see that blue area here? That is a corroded terminal. These particular terminals are copper, or some of them are copper and some are bronze. And of course, batteries normally have nickel contacts. So what do you do to repair it? Well, I have a few things here that I want to show you that you'll need. One is rubbing alcohol. This rubbing alcohol is 70%. 90% also works. In fact, it may actually be a little better. Whatever you do, don't use nail polish remover. That is a much stronger solvent, and it's actually acetone. That's what it is. So it's going to take off the finish and actually can destroy plastic. You don't want that. Alcohol is a relatively mild solvent, but it works great. You want a little cup to pour your solvent into. You have, of course, you want some Q-tips, and it's good to have a nice screwdriver with a slotted screwdriver. Some people call them flathead screwdrivers. The correct name is slotted, and a nice wide one is good for scraping. You also might want to have a segmented mat knife. Now, I also, for the preventative part, I also have some Vaseline petroleum jelly. So we'll talk about that in a minute when I show you how to prevent battery corrosion. But for now, we're going to go ahead and pour some alcohol into our little cup. It's nice to have a little cup. You don't want to waste the alcohol, so you want a nice tiny cup. You can also use the cap. I have used the cap before, and it works fine. All you need to do is take one of your Q-tips and dip it in there, and go over to the battery corrosion. So I take the Q-tip and rub it on here. And sometimes it can take off quite a bit of corrosion. But if it's really bad, like this one is, you're going to want to scrape it. So you want to take a screwdriver, get right in there, and just scrape it right off. Now, you might want to use some gloves, because if you get any of this stuff on your hands, and then you touch your face or your lips, or God forbid, or your really anywhere, it can in your eye, that would be even worse. It can actually cause burns. So you want to get in there, scrape it off, and then you go back to the alcohol, rub the alcohol in there. And you'll begin to see the color come back of the metal. And that's what you want. Now, if it's really badly corroded, the corrosion actually can eat right through the contact. And in a worst case scenario, it will break off. And also, I found that some very delicate items can get into the electronics and destroy the electronics. It's particularly true with Hallmark ornaments, which use the button batteries. Yes, button batteries also can corrode. So that's sort of how you do it, and you want to, work it. Go to the alcohol, go to the, you could also take your mat knife and do some scraping there. And if it's really difficult to get off, you might want to take some steel wool. Now, don't use the Brillo pads because that's got soap on it. It makes a mess. But you can get, at a paint store, you can get just regular steel wool, and that can sometimes help you get the corrosion off. So it looks like I was able to get a lot of the corrosion off the contact. So now the other side of the contact looks like it's pretty good. There are actually parts inside that still have corrosion. So I probably will just have to take this all apart and rebuild it if I want to actually use it as a 3D viewer, which is a lot of fun if you like 3D. Anyway, so that's how you can fix corrosion, provided that the corrosion has not advanced to the point where it's destroyed the contact. You can just scrape it off with, once again, using your tools. Now, what do you do to prevent corrosion? Well, of course, the best way to prevent corrosion is to remove the batteries completely prior to storage. Now, we know a lot of collectibles items that we buy, collect, or get brand new even, have batteries already installed inside them. This is terrible because, as a collector, you'd sometimes put this stuff away for months, years, before you take it out and either sell it or play with it. You'll find that after many years, the battery may be corroded. So you want to, if you got a brand new collectible, try to get in there and take the batteries out and put it back in the box so it maintains its mint on card condition. Now, if you do have a toy that you want to play with, and you want to put batteries in it, and you want to be sure that it does not, or you want to try to discourage corrosion, I will now show you the best way to do that. So the things you're going to need, once again, you will need your Q-tips, and you will need your petroleum jelly. Now, petroleum jelly has some unique properties that really hardly anything else has. What it does is it, first of all, prevents oxygen from getting to the contact, and it does not impede connectivity. So it's ideal for preserving your contacts and your toy. So what I do is I take the toy. Here I have the Millennium Falcon from Micro Squadron Galaxy. And I've already removed the battery pack, as you see. So what you want to do is you want to take your petroleum jelly, okay, and you want to take a Q-tip, take a new one, and just kind of dip it in the jelly. You can't really put too much on there, but you want to be able to handle it. And then just take it and swab the contacts. So just get it in there. You don't have to worry about making a mess because it won't impede connectivity at all. So just get it on all the contacts. This one takes 3 batteries. Now, I always never reuse the batteries that come with the product. If it comes with the product, it's usually a cheap Chinese batteries, and I guarantee that those will leak sooner rather than later. So you don't want to do that. Now, the batteries themselves, you can also, especially if you've got a condition where the batteries are connected in series, because in that case, you would want to put the petroleum jelly on the battery itself, because you want the contacts between the batteries also to be protected. But in this case, the batteries are not in series, so there's going to be enough petroleum jelly on the springs and the contacts to prevent it from getting corrosion. So you want to make sure you put the batteries in the right way. You know, I like to use Energizer batteries, but you know, also the copper top Duracells are also pretty good. Once again, don't use the Chinese batteries. Now, Energizer batteries are actually guaranteed, or they're warranted, not to leak. Now, I know from experience that they can leak, but if you read the warranty carefully, they will replace anything that is damaged by corrosion, by battery corrosion, from an Energizer battery. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the things we collect are old, and there's no way to replace them. So I wouldn't put my faith in the warranty so much. Anyway, of course, you want to check the batteries, make sure it works. So, you know, it's working great. And that's one way to prevent corrosion. Now, another way, I do have some batteries that Energizer makes that are absolutely guaranteed not to leak at all. Let me go ahead and get those for you. These are Energizer Ultimate Lithium batteries. They actually have a guarantee. They are actually guaranteed to not leak at all, ever. So unlike the regular Energizer batteries, which simply give you a guarantee of replacement, these are guaranteed to not leak. Now, the downside is, of course, that these are quite expensive. And they're almost like double the price of the regular batteries, so I don't usually use these. But maybe if you're going to have something, you know, in a collectible for a long period of time, you might want to use these. So now, once again, the best way to prevent corrosion, the absolute best way, is to take the batteries out. And almost every toy recommends that if you're going to put it away for a long time. You do want to store your collectibles in an area that is cool and dry. So that's another way to discourage corrosion. And you also should use good batteries that either Duracell or Energizer, or, you know, a good name brand battery, and not those Chinese batteries that come with the products. So I guess that's about all. That is how to prevent and discourage, I should say, and repair battery corrosion. So I'll see you next time on Unboxing Collectibles, and may the force be with you.